Well, guys, we are here at the home of Sydney and Jonah Trotter. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Thank you so much for opening up your home on this Sunday afternoon. They're like, what do we do with our hands and arms?
He's got the dog.
He's got the dogs. So, well, I tell you what, tell us a little bit about yourself. Sydney, what do you do for a living?
I'm a registered nurse. I actually take care of cancer patients.
Yes.
I hang chemotherapy. This is my husband, Jonah.
Yeah, and Jonah, what do you do?
I am a teacher at Corner Middle School. I teach exceptional education and self-contained.
Wow, special ministry for both of y'all. Look at what special callings God has put you in. These two young people are on fire for God. They love the Lord, and it's so obvious. Tell me a little bit, how did y'all get together? How did that work?
You gonna take the lead?
Well, he's going to tell you I stayed married for all these years throughout high school. But while I was in college, I got single for a little bit, and he actually messaged me on Snapchat. Well, he says he noticed that my Instagram, I didn't have pictures of boys in them anymore, and so he messaged me on Snapchat, and then we've been talking ever since.
So you were keeping a watch out.
I was stalking.
Well, I'm telling you, we just appreciate so much you letting us come in, and this house is just going to blow your mind. So is there anything, where did you get all of this? Talk to me, because I mean, you'd have to know her mom and her aunt to know what awesome decorators they are.
It's just kind of like a collection, a mix all, some's from my mom, some's from my aunt. I did buy some of it on our own, but my family, they love to decorate, and so I've kind of just gotten it from them, I guess. But we flipped this house when we first got it. We'd actually knocked down walls, flipped the bathroom, the kitchen, put down flooring. We flipped pretty much
the whole thing.
The house. So it was a big project, but we enjoyed it, and we've made this house our home, and eventually one day we want to build and have our dream home, but this is our farmhouse home, and we love it.
And how long have y'all been married now?
A year, almost a year.
Oh.
December 15th will be a year.
Yes, so you're still newlyweds.
Yes.
I will have to tell you, you're going to see a lot of shiplap, and it's original.
It's all original, and it's actually the ceilings are shiplap.
Look at that.
The walls are all original shiplap. We repainted it, that's it.
The crazy thing about the shiplap is our uncle actually told us that it was his grandfather, wasn't it? Their house, the grandparents' house. It's actually from their bread store.
Really?
So it is actually, it's not like bought shiplap. It was actually like shiplap that was used.
Repurposed.
Right.
Yeah. Well, who you holding there, Jonah?
This is Miss Lady. She's the newest addition to the Trotter family. So she's a mess.
And what kind of dog is she?
She is a King Charles Cavalier.
Oh my gosh.
So they can get anywhere from 12 to 18 pounds, but I think she's going to be on the shorter end of that.
The vet tells us he thinks she's going to be 10 pounds, so she's going to be a little girl.
Oh, good. She's beautiful. And she went straight out the door when I opened it a while ago about giving me a heart attack. So, well, we're going to walk around and view everything. And Sydney, if there's anything that you want to, show particular attention to, just feel free. But hey, what is the secret to a good marriage? Because, there's a lot of young people are finding the right person. I mean, what has been y'all's secret? Because you just go together like peanut butter and jelly. I mean,
mine would be prayer, just seeking God out, and then just you find out real quickly that if God's not at the center, it's very hard to be married and to stay married. So just keeping God at the center of everything and just staying on your knees, really praying. And then, praying with each other is important, not just your independent walk with Jesus, but as a couple.
Yeah. So. And didn't Pastor just preach on that today?
That's exactly
He did. He preached about that things can line up, but if God's not in it, He's not in it. So I'm just feeling the Holy Ghost bumps all over me here. I'm just feeling the power of God. So
that's exactly right. That's what we've said from the beginning. On our first date, we actually talked about, some things, and I told him that I had made a list of things that I wanted in my future husband. I'd highlighted them in my Bible. I'd prayed over them daily, because I wasn't settling. I knew God had something great in store, and I wanted what God had planned, And so he actually had the same thing. He had told me he had been praying for his wife, and I mean, pretty much the same thing. So even from the beginning, prayer's been a big part of our lives.
It's a God thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
for y'all to come together.
It was.
And Pastor says that there's not just one soulmate, but there is one will for God, whatever the time and the place is, for it. And when you pray about it, He puts you there.
You're exactly right.
So that's beautiful. We all are a beautiful young couple, and thank you so much for letting us come into your house. And y'all are going to be excited. It's awesome. Thank y'all.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
You have got so many gorgeous trees for a young lady that's just been married a year. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Is old, new, given, bought, what? What are we looking at right here?
Some of it's old from Mom or Renee. Some of it's given.
Then you added to it and bought yourself.
Yes, and then a lot of those we got for gifts as our wedding gift, because we got married.
Oh, I love the Ray Dunn.
So close to Christmas, and then up here we have like the bride and groom and the chapel and the wedding bells, the rings.
Oh, you got those
yeah,
for Christmas.
The bouquet.
I mean, for your wedding.
Yes, for the wedding.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
But there's lots of cool stuff on this tree.
Yes, there is. It's just almost too much to see. That's the reason I like to zoom in. And she was telling me earlier they've had to do smaller trees, and I said, girl, I can't even imagine when you get to do bigger trees.
We've learned to love the slim trees.
I know, the slim
trees. In this house we have nowhere to put a big one.
I know.
One day.
Yeah. door here. What did y'all do there?
Well, it's all repurposed wood. Jonah actually bought the handles while he was in school at Athens at a little flea shop on the side of the road.
And it just opens
It
up.
opens up and it leads to our bedroom.
Oh man, and we'll go in there in a few minutes. But what a cute door. I want you to share a little bit about what this looked like when y'all started to move in here, because you gutted a good bit of it, didn't you?
Yeah, so one thing is this house is very sentimental to me and Sydney because this was like symbolic to both families really coming together because everybody has their little thing to offer into it. So it was really a family project between me and my dad and father-in-law and my brother all. We kind of just chipped in. But right here was, if you can imagine, the wall kind of came to here on both sides. And this was just like a small little entryway door where they could close, and they had gas heaters here and a gas heater here. So I guess just to close the door to make one room kind of cold. And so what we did obviously is we just took all that down, and then we encased it with that's actually old barn wood.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And so that's just kind of to make our living room bigger because it was two small rooms that you really couldn't do anything with.
Right.
And so
and now you can even though this is like a little sitting area here, it's overflow when you have parties and stuff.
Right. And Sydney,
and you're still all togetger.
Right, and when Sydney said something about taking a wall down, it made me very, very nervous because I did not know what we was going to do. But I mean, she had the vision all the way through.
Well, they all thought I was crazy, and they came in, and I'm like, okay, I want this wall going, and I want this wall, have an opening here in the dining room. And they were like, "Are you serious? Like, we don't know." And I'm like, "Yeah, I want it gone."
This is a woman that knows what she wants.
Yeah, and so they came in here with their saws and. Next thing we knew, the walls
and
were
then
down.
standing back and looking into the dining room, how adorable. The brackets there, just gorgeous. And I'm sure you lined some of the old wood that you lined.
It's the same
old door.
wood.
So you have to have vision. Now, there is a very precious, precious picture over here. This is Jonah, and this is Sydney, and on the left is a young man named Christian. And I don't know if Sydney can make it through this or not, but stand over here, Sydney, and tell us about this. If you'll notice, there's angel wings around the picture.
Christian, he was actually, we were raised like siblings.
Yeah.
We were 6 months apart growing up. He's my first cousin, and he was actually killed 2 years ago in a tragic accident. But he wasn't able to be at my wedding, and so I wanted him there somehow because he wouldn't have missed it. And so we came up with the idea of getting a lady to paint a picture of all of us together. And it was actually at my wedding in place, like we had it on an easel as in the spot where a groomsman would stand with a coat hanging over the side of it. But it's just very special to me. He's very special to me.
He was a special young man.
He's my brother.
Yeah.
We miss him dearly, but
I'm gonna see him again.
we sure will.
Gonna see him again. This is just absolutely beautiful. The first time I saw it, I just chills. That is just such a special way of remembering him. Beautiful, beautiful.
Actually, that picture, this is actually outside of she painted it to make it look like it was actually outside of the actual chapel we got married
Oh,
in.
okay,
So
great.
it's
So it
outside-
is him standing there.
It is.
Yeah.
And she painted it before, our wedding, so we just had to send her pictures of like our dress and the
Yeah.
tuxes and all the
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
front of the chapel and all the things, but she did an excellent job.
That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, I got to take y'all into this exquisite bedroom. I'm doing a little bit more talking on this one because I want you to know the special things about this. This is the actual door opening, Jonah told me, but they just added the barn door to go back. Do you not love that? Love it. Oh, wow. Let's go in here. This is like, a dream come true, gorgeous. There's where all the magic happens, Sydney.
It's still a little messy over there, but I tried to clean it up.
Oh, I love it.
making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles.
Well, now we've walked into this gorgeous farmhouse kitchen. I mean, it can't get a whole lot cuter. I'm going to slow down and show it all to you. But Jonah, tell us about this kitchen when y'all got the house.
So when we came in here for the first time, there was a yellow circular table here, and then we had one light that we replaced with this light. This is not the original, but there was one light here, and then these were all yellow metal cabinets. So there was, trying to remember, there was one here, one there on this wall where the cow picture is, and I'm trying to remember, the washer and dryer was sitting here.
Okay. Which they've now got in a utility room. And
then there was a yellow metal cabinet here.
Wow. So huge transformation.
Huge. There was one plug in here. And then each room pretty much had one light in the center and one plug. And my dad, being an electrician, came in and we put in all these can lights, a light in the center, plugs. We had, 2 and 3 plugs on each wall. And so it was much needed updating.
And it's beautiful now. So you just purchased the new cabinets?
Yes.
Okay. Put you a farmhouse sink. This is what I want. John keeps telling me I can't have one. He said it'll mess up our cabinets underneath. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah. And the wiring actually in the attic was all,
I bet.
I'm trying to remember what Dad called it, but it was ground wiring. And so it was one wire, and then it had like a nail that was drove.
Oh my gosh.
And that's how the whole house was wired. And so
oh my gosh.
It was much
It was a fire hazard waiting to happen.
Very much so.
Okay, after leaving the bedroom Of course, we said this is a small farmhouse. This goes back into their utility room. But look at this adorable door going into the bathroom. But now you wait till I open this door. You're going to be surprised. Look at this. Is this not gorgeous? Okay, Sydney, I've got to know about the sink. You don't see sinks like that very often.
So we were looking for a sink to buy, and I have expensive taste, I guess you can say.
Yes.
And so I just didn't like any of the ones they had at like Home Depot or Lowe's, and so I was just like, well, let me just look online. And so I looked on Facebook Marketplace actually, and somebody was selling this one. I believe it's in Vestavia, but it was just like front porch pickup, and so they left it on the front porch, and we went and put it in the back of the truck.
Oh my gosh, we gotta view this again. I want you to look. This thing is unreal. Gorgeous.
And the mirror actually came from an antique mall. I love antiquing.
Oh, I know.
And then the little
vanity cabinet or but cabinet, yeah.
that came from an antique mall. The mirror came from an antique mall.
And what about this dark wood in here? Did y'all put all this up?
We did.
I love it.
It's all repurposed wood as well.
Love it, love it, love it. And you found this on Facebook Marketplace.
Sure
Okay,
did.
guys, get shopping for your good stuff on Facebook Marketplace. And the mirror too. Mirror's gorgeous. So, it's small, but it's elegant. All right, I heard that this cabinet here has a lot of great memories in it.
So most of the stuff in this cabinet came from our wedding, or we used it at our wedding, or it was gifted to us. But you can see Jonah, he actually, for my wedding gift, he gave me this little charm to go on my bouquet. And it has photographs of Christian, my brother, on it. And then I bought him cufflinks. And they actually have a picture of his pop in it.
Wow.
And it's actually his pop's handwriting on the top of it. It says his name.
Oh, wow.
So it was really special for him and me that we had something like that. And then
That's beautiful.
it actually, those are the champagne flutes that we used at our wedding. And then my best friend, Meg, she actually painted me the angel in there.
Oh, I love it.
And then I have a pen right here that Christian actually gave me. He's an artist, so anybody that knew him knew he liked to have special pens. But when I actually graduated from nursing school, he bought me one of those.
Oh.
And he said that I had to have a professional pen going in for a job interview.
I love it.
So,
and then pictures.
and then, yeah, pictures. Dad gave me that Bible on my wedding day. And then Mom gave me the figures of the mother and the bride.
Beautiful. So this is like a wedding memorabilia cabinet.
is.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it.
And then
I'm getting
sold-
Sydney to tell me about this table because I know I have a table almost just like this downstairs, and I know so many of you have seen these tables chalk painted, but I've never seen one finished like this. And you're saying your nanny had it in her lake house before y'all even got married?
Yeah, it was her sister's, and she had it refinished to go in our lake house. And when they sold the lake house, she didn't have anywhere to use it, and we were getting married around that time. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, if you don't have anywhere to use it, I would love to put it in
I love the finish on it. It is just outstanding. And I love these dishes. I got to peek and see who they're by. 222 Fifth. Don't know that name.
My Aunt Renee bought me these for a wedding gift last year, actually.
They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Okay, Coach. You coach too, don't you? So, Sydney's dad has coached high school basketball, and actually my great nephew, who all of you know, Carter, Sydney's dad, is her coach. And I will say, Miss Tiffany's in the background, her mother, that I worked at the high school when she was actually in school. But I wasn't that much older than everybody then. But thank y'all so much for letting us in your house today. It's absolutely, nobody would ever drive by and imagine that this little house was like this. So y'all have a special touch. I know you've had people to help you, but you got to have it in you and have the vision. So Jonah, tell me a little bit before we go. This is going to be a house tour. This is going to be a sharing, a little bit of everything. Tell me a little bit about your vision for ministry, because I know that you have actively, both of y'all, have started in ministry at the church now. So where's the Lord leading you with that?
Just young people is really where my focus is. That's one reason I got into education, is just because that's an opportunity to get to pour into young people's lives. I just think teachers are overlooked a lot, because you're getting the next generation ready. You can't have doctors, you can't have military, you can't have anybody without you having teachers first. And that's a pivotal moment right there for a lot of middle school, high school kids that you get an opportunity just to pour into. And so that is always where my heart has been. I've always known that the Lord was going to use me in that area. I was just waiting for him to tell me when. And then just as me and Sydney got married, and all that was just really a miracle in itself, is just to give me somebody like Sydney. And then we just started praying. Through growth track, we was really adamant about praying where God was going to use us. And then he just kind of kept putting in our minds and in our hearts that the youth was where we needed to be used, and not so much middle school but more high school, and because a lot of times I can relate to high school, because I fell a victim into making those kind of not so great choices. Even though I was raised in church and was raised by amazing parents, and that always took me to church, and no matter what happened on Saturday or what decision I made, I was going to church on Sunday morning. And so I was able to, I'm able to relate, I feel like, a lot to a lot of stuff that they're thrown, stuff that they're thrown at. Right now, being youth leaders at the church is
I think it's a crucial time.
Yes, it is.
I think it's, and you see it. I worked in the high school for years, then I worked at community college for years, so I saw a lot of stuff during that time. And you're seeing kids that are raising themselves, even in the middle school era. And so to have positive, influential people. So you two are classic examples of letting your light shine every day. Working with cancer patients, working with children in school. So the sky is really the limit to what God can do through you. You feel that way?
That's so true.
And let me just tell you this. Since I'm a lot older, I could be y'all's grandmama, you will look back and see where God has brought you through and how he has used you. You will be amazed. That's the only, grandkids and looking back to where God's brought you from is the only good things about getting old. Okay, I gotta tell you this. I've got me a buddy over here in Jonah. Me and him like some praise and worship music. So when I left here the other day, he gave me one that I was jamming to, in my new thump Bose system in my Lexus. And so then he texts me one. Oh my gosh. Rest on Us, Holy Spirit. Been listening to that. So it is so good to have young people in your life to let you know things. I love it. Just send me anything I need to know, because my daughter's gone and I don't know anything anymore.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our home. I hope that it brings a smile to your face, and that you get to feel the peace that we get to feel every day. We just feel that we're living in God's anointing, and we just pray every day that God continues to use us. We actually just had a little bit of church in there, just reflecting
Yes, we did.
on the goodness of God, and I just pray that God just makes himself real to you during this holiday season, that he's just able to use you to bring light to other people's life, and that you just continue to be obedient in his presence.
Amen. Love y'all.
Love you.
So I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I memories.